For investors, and this time of the year is particularly important for me, not just because we look at our returns over the year, but actually it's a year in which, at a time of the year when we get lots of lovely reviews. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been getting wonderful reviews for my various books. You can see them here. You can download a free copy of some of my books at the link in the bio on alpeshpatel.com/links. But I want to show you this review in particular, which has come through, and I should probably do this every week, I think. In fact, we get so many, and I'll read this one out to you and why it's so special, that I created a separate website just for the reviews, alpeshpatelreviews.com, alpeshpatelreviews.com, and you might think, well, that's a bit crazy. Actually, it's really good to encourage people that they can manage their own investments. And that's what each of these is. It's proof that people can manage their investments. And also, we've got not just reviews from regular people, such as your good selves watching this, but also from the likes of Rothschilds on my work, American Express on my work, Barclays Wealth, as well, amongst others, Merrill Lynch and the like, BBC as well. Let alone, of course, things you can see on Twitter and all the rest of it. So one of the things I want to get across, and I'll just read you this review in a second, is anybody can manage their own portfolio. It is like learning to drive. It is not like brain surgery. So let's look at this one that I received a couple of days ago. Happy Christmas and New Year. Hi Alpesh, hope you, Hector, Rian and family have an amazing Christmas and New Year. I can't help but reflect, when I was 33 years old, 5 years ago, I was desperate to start a side hustle during COVID. That is when I joined the Great Investments Program. This is the biggest side hustle I could ever dream of starting. I opened my stocks and shares ISA and then SIP after our masterclass. And I'm so glad he did. I remember you told me, earn more so you can top up your SIP. Since then, as my mentor, big brother and friend, I really looked up to you and it made sense. It helped me break that barrier glass ceiling I had. It has enabled me to be more confident, create more opportunities, and added an element to be willing to take more risk. I am so glad I persisted on meeting with you regularly, even though initially when I joined the program, I asked 1 trillion questions and you answered all of them. You went above and beyond a lot of times and still do. You introduced me to so many people, including the former Home Secretary, Priti Patel, Baroness Verma, Indian High Commissioner, and invited me to closed events as you trusted me. This means a lot. Well, I do mentoring on my Great Investments Program, not just on investing, but I'll open doors, open my networks to people and do what I call 360-degree mentoring, which is to help you on anything and everything that might help. Is why a lot of parents get the program for their kids. I feel more confident with my investments and feel proud to have built our friendship. Christmas is a time for giving and New Year is a time for reflecting. Thank you once again for everything, Alpesh. Really appreciate it. I look forward to catching up with you in the new year. Best wishes. Well, yeah, it is a time for me to reflect on how wonderful it is to be able to do that kind of work, which gets that kind of feedback. If you'd like to look at my free resources, have a look at campaignforamillion.com or alpeshpatel.com/links. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to get more of this. You'll be able to download a copy of several of my books, my 18 odd books. You'll also get to see why. Do you see that silver thing over my shoulder? Whoops, just there, this YouTube thing. Why I have so many followers on YouTube and on TikTok, and hopefully you too will benefit, as I say, from the campaign, which is to teach 1 million people across the world how to add an extra million to their pensions across their lifetimes through teaching them simple habits of good quality investing and best practice. Now I've got a checklist and I'm going to make sure. I've told you to like, follow and subscribe. I've told you about the campaign for 1 million. I've told you to get the book. I haven't given my bio, which I should have done a bit more, which, well, you can see it on screen there, as well as a hedge fund manager. I'm a Bloomberg TV alumnus. For 3 years I had my show on Bloomberg TV. I've written 200 columns in the Financial Times, and Financial Times are also the publisher of my investment books, and I lectured on investing as a former visiting fellow at Oxford University. That's all after I left practice as a barrister, which amongst many subject areas I focused on was pensions law. Anyway, thank you all for listening and indulging me, and thank you for all the people who've been kind enough to leave or email me reviews and the like. What a wonderful year, and what a wonderful way in which to enter 2025. Thank you all very much.